crash landed on an unknown planet and try to survive, collect necessary items, meet your objectives, and try not to die in the process in Vantage.
And today we're diving into a quick start tutorial for Vantage. We'll explain everything you need to know if you want to get started quickly and pick up the details and icons as you go along in 15 minutes or less.
And hi everyone, it's Stella.
And Tarrant, welcome to Meeple University.
And hey, if you enjoyed this video after watching, like, subscribe and comments, you know what to do. Now let's get to the classroom.
Vantage is an open world cooperative game in which players explore a vast uncharted planet. The world comprises 800 interconnected locations represented by these large illustrated cards. And there's a further 900 odd cards representing the creatures, items and more that are found there. Through setup, players will learn that while orbiting the planet they receive a signal from a mysterious being known as the Traveller. They roll dice to get a character, a shared mission for this game, and some skill tokens. And they set their starting health, time and morale according to a chosen difficulty. A pool of challenge dice equal to 8 plus 2 per player is formed. Then the ship malfunctions and players take separate escape pods which land them all in different random locations. Now it's time to explore, learn and work towards your mission. Thematically, Vantage is a fully cooperative game even though your characters are separated around the planet. You are in constant verbal but not visual communication. Think of it as your radios are working but your smartphones have no reception. Your character will always be at a single numbered location. And you'll set its card in this stand so that you and only you around the table can see it. You can always freely describe what you see, but never show the card to the other players. As you walk around the planet, you'll be returning your old location to the box and replacing it with a new one, so be sure to remember what you've learnt and seen at previous locations. Full information about your character is public knowledge. At the start of the game, your character is just one card, but later you can have up to a 3x3 grid equipping various cards that you collect on your journey. You will collect skill tokens, and these can be spent throughout play to make actions easier, either your own actions or those of a teammate. Think of it as coaching them in that skill over the radio. You may also collect coins, but these are hard currency and they cannot be shared freely. There is no Venmo on Planet Vantage. Vantage plays in turns, clockwise around the table. On your turn, you resolve one action. This can be one of the 6 location actions on the right-hand side of your current location, or a depart action to move to a different location, or a card action found on some cards in your grid, or the shared area. Unless specifically stated otherwise, each player can perform only one location action at each location for the entire game. The same restriction does not apply to departing or to a card action. You will find that most of your turns will alternate between taking a location action and then going to another location, back and forward, and then interspersed with occasional card actions. Each location action has a thematic keyword falling into one of 6 color-coded categories: move, look, engage, help, take, or overpower. To resolve an action, let's suppose here we're going to steal on location 130. Another player takes the relevant storybook, or the digital storybook lookup, link in description, finds your location number, and reads aloud the cost number in the hexagon and the bold text only. An action cost is paid by rolling challenge dice, and this is a cost because their faces may cause you to lose stats, and any player reaching 0 on one of these tracks ends the game. But costs can be a double-edged sword, as there are some come-along benefits for well-managed challenge dice. So read the cost, here it's 6, and any player may spend skill tokens matching the action to reduce the cost by 1 per token to a minimum of 0. Take and roll dice from the pool equal to the remaining cost. Stash as many of those dice as you wish on empty valid die slots on your character's grid, or on impact slots showing this lightning bolt on any other character's grid. Most of these slots have some sort of restriction. This one, for example, takes only time symbols. This one could take a die only if you were taking a purple look action, while this could only take a die from an action associated with the matching sinew composition icon. Some slots have an extra cost or benefit. This one grants a boost cube when a die is placed, while this one costs a boost cube to place, while also granting a green skill. I'll talk more about boost cubes later on. After placements, for any die you can't place, you suffer its consequence. This is a blank, nothing happens. For health, time, or morale, lose 1 step on the associated track. And the setback, if unplaced, returns the die to the pool instead of the discard. The player with the book now reads the non-bold text and you resolve its effects. If the action says continue, choose another action. This may be mandatory or optional, and for this specific case only may break the normal rule and allow you to take a second location action at the same location. If it doesn't say continue, then your turn is over. This whole action sequence is irrevocably set in motion when you choose the action. You commit to the action before you learn its cost. You must pay its cost, and you must resolve its outcome. There is no way to fail an action, that is, not resolve its outcome after choosing it, unless paying its cost ends the game. You'll quickly learn that the cycle of managing challenge dice across character cards is the core gamer's mechanism in Vantage. The pool begins full and the cards begin empty. And as your card slots fill up, the penalties you may suffer for taking your actions will be greater. The more cards you gain, and the more you target your actions towards the specific restrictions on your cards, the lower your penalties will be. As soon as someone needs to take more challenge dice than are available in the pool, the entire pool resets, starting the cycle again. This is why setback is a penalty. It slows down the cycle. For the die slots that give you some sort of benefit, you'll also be seeking to take the types of actions to grant those benefits as often as you can. The 2 other action types are card actions and depart, and they resolve through the same dice play mechanism. A card action can be a named and coloured action on the right side of the card, and for these consult the storybook entry for the card's number exactly like a location action. It can also be text with a numbered cost hexagon at the bottom of the card, and here there's no book to consult, you just resolve its cost and its effect as printed. The adjacent colour shows you which die slots and skill tokens it matches with. For a depart action, you're leaving your current location card for a new one. Choose one of the departure arrows. If it has a number, resolve it as a blue move action, cost 1, and go straight to the matching numbered card. If it has a star, choose your direction, here it could be north, east or south, and check the entry in the Depart storybook for that location and direction, resolving it as a blue move action. If an arrow is blank, you cannot depart that direction. In your new location, read or resolve any red marked text on the card. Many cards have slots for boost cubes, which can be gained when instructed, or spent as costs. Unless otherwise stated, boost cubes are always gained to the card whose action generated them, and spent from the card whose action consumes them. For any location actions, cubes always go to or come from your character's card. Each card has a maximum boost capacity which cannot be exceeded. We've already seen that some die slots require you to spend a boost to use them. There are also some card actions with a boost cost. Taking this craft costs 5 dice plus 1 boost. There are also boost powers. These cost only boost and are indicated like so. These can be taken at any time and on any turn, even in the middle of a turn. Many cards have these, and each character has a standard set of useful boost powers, which include gaining a move skill or a coin, or re-rolling a challenge die. If an action tells you to gain a card, take it from the box, add it to your 3x3 grid and resolve any when placed ability. If you're at capacity, you can store the card, or one card that you swap it for, in your reserve, which can store up to as many cards as you have reserve icons in your grid, after which time you'll need to start discarding down. The last of your character boost powers lets you swap a card from your reserve to your grid. This does not trigger a when placed ability. Some cards have a coin value. This applies only when an action refers to it. Only portrait-oriented cards are placed in your grid. If you gain a landscape card, it goes beside your grid in an area called your supply, except for missions and destinies which go in the central area. Your supply has no card limit. You can take actions from supply cards, but cannot use their die slots. If an action tells you to suffer heat, cold, or hypoxia damage, either lose 1 health or a morale and a time. If an action has a cost of X, choose your own cost between 1 and 6. For these, you're usually trying to roll a specific symbol for the best outcome. So choosing a higher cost increases your odds, but also your penalties. In the rare case that 2 players are in the same location at the same time, pass the card back and forward between them on their turns. While in the same location, players may freely exchange coins and most cards, may freely use each other's die slots, not just the impact slots, during actions, and may go together on depart actions for a single action cost. Since Vantage is all about journey and discovery, if you ever find something the rulebook can't answer, you're encouraged to resolve it in the most thematically appropriate way. Vantage is not a campaign or legacy game. Each individual game session is standalone. However, with each game session, you will learn more about the planet, with lessons and themes emerging which should make subsequent sessions more productive. You can think of each session as being an all-new set of adventurers falling to the surface, armed with knowledge from the reports or found footage of previous sessions' characters. You begin each session with a mission, and at some point you may also find 1 or more destinies. These are different objectives you can try to target. You can achieve 3 degrees of victory by completing the mission, completing a destiny, or for epic victory, completing the mission, then a destiny. In both cases, you choose when you complete the card by reading its storybook entry. Any player reaching 0 on any track also nominally ends the game, and you check the mission number and read its take entry. At this point, you can accept defeat if neither mission nor destiny is achieved, or take an option to partially heal if you want to keep playing. You can also voluntarily end the game at any time, or set your own objectives. For example, ignore the mission and simply choose to explore further something you saw last time you played the game. To tidy up, return all cards to their ordered slots in the box, as you will set up from the very beginning again next time you play.
Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, maybe you'd like to watch this next one too. Have a great day. Bye!